Hello everyone, it's me, Traveler Lily, here back with another video here on my YouTube channel. I know it's been 2 weeks since I did the last video, but I decided to take a little break for a bit and catch up on some of the books I said I was going to read in my June TBR, which I'll leave either in the iCard above or down in the description. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram, which my Instagram name is bookloverlily, which is booklover_lily, on Instagram. And then feel free to, follow me on Wattpad as well. I will leave the link to my Wattpad profile in the description, in this video at the description. In the video's description is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, guys. It's been a while. In this video, so you can feel free to read some of the stories I write. I'm sure a lot of you guys don't know, is that I like writing stories, and I write on this writing website called Wattpad, which is basically an online website which you can basically sign up and download on your phone if you don't want to go on the website on your computer for free, and sign up and make an account and write stories and ask for reviews and feedback, for your stories. And it's just a good website to have, if you're an inspiring author like I am, and just, enjoy writing stories and getting feedback and, getting advice on how to improve your stories, if one day you want to publish them, So anyway, that's enough of that. Today I got so many books that I want to show to you guys for what I think personally you could read in the summertime. So this is my summer recommendations video. I have not done a recommendations video in a while. That's why I'm doing this and stuff. So yeah, the books here I know you might not give off a summer vibe. Say Sweet. I don't remember who the author was, but I know that book is kind of like a summery kind of vibe and stuff. These are just books I feel like give off a summery vibe, and let's get on with the video because this intro is long enough as it is. And if you guys have stayed long enough to actually stay for the recommendations, then you know the first book is The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. I feel like this is more of a summer/spring kind of book, just because a girl, I forget what the girl's name was. Mary, goes to live with her uncle after her parents die, and she becomes an orphan, and so she basically, I think, moves to England. Sorry guys, I don't remember. I think it's England because it says Yorkshire Moors, where her uncle has his manor on. And yeah, so I know she lived in India for most of her life. That I knew. And so basically, she goes to live with her uncle, as I was saying before, and ends up meeting her cousin, who she kind of had no idea she knew she had, and ends up discovering this garden that's been abandoned for several years after her uncle's wife had died many years prior to that, and stuff. And yeah, it's just her trying to revive this garden and go from being a spoiled brat to, basically, a less spoiled brat and all that. So, I don't know how to best describe it. Basically, all I can say is that her and her cousin end up trying to restore the garden. That's basically what this is. But yeah, I definitely think this is, a great spring/summer read, just because it gives you that vibe of spring and summer to it. I've seen the movie. I think I mentioned this book in a previous video, but and I think I also mentioned this in a previous video as well, that I saw the movie of The Secret Garden a few years ago, and and over a year ago, I think, as well. And I just enjoyed the movie, so when I saw this at the bookstore, I had to pick it up and buy it. So yeah. The next book I got is Matilda by Ronald Dale. I saw the movie of this back when I was a kid, a few years ago as well, and I just loved the movie so much. I kind of knew there was a book, or just, I don't know, forgotten there was a book that the movie is based on, and I knew there was a book based on James and the Giant Peach, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and The Big Friendly Giant. But I totally forgot this was even a book, so I decided to pick it up as well and give it a read at some point, like so many other books that I've yet to read. So yeah, yeah, I would definitely recommend this for a summer read. Now, if you feel like reading, I don't know, 2 children's books in the summer, if you're into reading children's books, I don't know. But the next book is Anne of Green Gables, by L.M. Montgomery. This first book, this edition of Anne of Green Gables, I got in a box set at the book sale last month. It was books 1 through 3, and I have another copy of Anne of Green Gables, except it's with a different, like, cover edition to it, and stuff. I don't know what editions these are, to be honest, because, again, I got both of those different Anne of Green Gables copies at book sale, so I don't know what cover editions those are, but, so, yeah, but I had to get the box set because, just because I wanted to see if I would like Anne of Green Gables, and if I would do end up reading Anne of Green Gables and end up liking it, then I got books 2 and 3 there, in case I wanted to read books 2 and 3. And yeah, I just, again, felt like this was more of a summer read. I don't know why, I just felt like it gave me that vibe of a summertime read. And yeah, that's basically my excuse. I know it's pretty lousy, describing, and I know I'm not describing a lot of these novels when I should, but I don't know, I just can't really think of how to best describe them in any way, to be honest, so forgive me for that, and stuff. So yeah, the next book I would recommend for some time, if you don't really have any summertime recommendations for you, is that Little House in the Big Woods by Laura Ingalls Wilder. I don't know, I feel like a lot of people on BookTube, I don't know, I hear a lot of people talk about, like, some of their favorite, like, novels, like, from when they were kids, and one of the novels I feel like doesn't really get brought up that often is Little House in the Big Woods by Laura Ingalls Wilder. I don't know why, I just feel like it should be talked about more if you're talking about books from your childhood, but yeah, I definitely think this is a good summer read, and I would definitely recommend this to anyone who would want to read this. And I'm kind of looking at a bookshelf, and I just realized that there are literally, like, 2, maybe 3 books that I could have also picked off my bookshelf for this video. So, yeah. The 3 books I did pick off this video is When Dimple Met... Wait, no, yeah, let me get those books, that way I can tell you what the titles are. Let me try to remember what the authors are. So, yeah, let me see, guys. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Got the 3 books. Oh, really awkward close-up of me, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that happened. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Had to get the 3 books I felt like should be part of this video. So, I'm sorry I'm making this really long, as it unnecessarily needs to be. So yeah, hopefully you're still watching. The next book is Because of Winn-Dixie by Kate DiCamillo. this book is about a girl named Opal who basically moves to a town in Florida with her dad, who is a pastor, and she ends up meeting this dog at a local supermarket named Winn-Dixie, and she ends up naming the dog Winn-Dixie after the supermarket ends up taking him home with her and ends up having a summer full of adventures with this dog. And it's just a cute little summer read that I would definitely recommend to anyone who might want to read it. And yeah, just felt like it needed to be mentioned. The next one I felt like could be maybe a summer read is Pendragon Book 1, The Merchant of Death by DJ McHale. I just felt like this one could maybe be a summer read if you're really into, fantasy novels, especially like middle grade to like young adult novels like Pendragon here, and stuff. Especially if you're into like a little bit of the time travel and all in different territories and different worlds, then this might be for you. So I did a book review on this already, as well on my channel, so I would highly recommend checking that out. I have it in my book reviews playlist if you want to go find it there, so it's easier to find. And backtracking to Little House in the Big Woods by Laura Ingalls Wilder. I did a book review of this about 2 years ago when I started my channel. And yeah, I would highly recommend watching this one as well. It's also my book reviews playlist if you want to go check that out as well. So yeah. The next one is, and speaking of book reviews, is Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. Again, I did a book review on this about a couple months or so ago, and I would highly, again, recommend checking this one out if you want to. Again, it's in my book reviews playlist. I would definitely go check that out. And I go in further detail into this book, just like I do with Pendragon and Little House in the Big Woods in those videos. So if you want to hear my in-depth thoughts, highly recommend checking that out. Okay, so I got quite a few more books left. I got 15-ish more books, I would say, left of this. So hopefully you're not bored of this video or anything. So yeah, I'm hoping you're still around. And I know it's quite long, and I know that it's really boring because I introduced so many books, and you probably got bored of watching this because it's really long, and yeah. But hopefully you stuck around. I know I'm rambling on about that, but just hope you're enjoying it. And I'm hoping I don't make this too long as it is. Next book is Clicked by Tamara Ireland Stone. This is about a girl named Allie who creates this app over the summer, I believe. I don't know. Yeah, during summer camp. And something goes wrong with the coding, and she has to fix it. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this for a summer read if you're into the whole summer camp, science, geeky, nerd thing. So yeah. Next one I feel like would also be a good summer read is A Man Called Ove by Frederick Backman. This one is a good one. It is about a man named Ove, it's not the book, who basically is a grumpy old man who lives by himself in this town, and he's kind of like, not like shunned, but he's kind of like ostracized, by the townspeople, because the townspeople don't really talk to him, he doesn't really talk to them, and you could say he's a bit of a loner in his town. And so eventually what happens is that this family ends up knocking over his mailbox with their moving truck one day when they're moving into the new house right next door to him, and they end up basically befriending Ove, and Ove ends up opening up to the townspeople, and the townspeople and the neighbors kind of all just, I don't know, just, we think their, I don't know, their thoughts, and basically what I'm trying to say is a reassessment of what they thought about Ove this entire time, and so yeah, I just felt like, yeah, that it's more some read, so yeah. Next, final book I had to get off my bookshelf for this video, as you might have seen, is When Dimple Met Meiji, by Sandra Menon. I am so sorry if I butchered that. So forgive me if I butchered it really badly. I'm sure I did. And stuff. So yeah. This I think it's a debut novel. That she wrote, something like that. I know her second book, with was it like From Twinkle with Love, or from, I don't know. I know it's something Twinkle with Love, but I know that's like out already and stuff. But I've not read this book at all yet. Like a lot of these books in this pile, so I don't really know much of what it's about, except it's about this girl named Dimple who goes to this summer camp, not the summer camp, but this workshop for college, because she wants to go to college and, you know, be something, but her parents wanted to be an arranged marriage, because Dimple is from Indian family, and they wanted to kind of follow in tradition of that, you know, the culture, and, you know, being in an arranged marriage and marry someone who she's never met before, but she doesn't want that at all. And like I said, she wants to go to college, she wants to, you know, pursue her own dreams and stuff, you know. And Raji, he kind of follows, you know, the Indian traditions a little bit more, and stuff, and wants to be an arranged marriage, and he ends up going to the workshop because his parents say that it's right to be is at this workshop. But little do Dimple and Raji know is that it's each other, and Dimple doesn't really know that she's been put in this arranged marriage with Raji when she goes, and Raji doesn't really know that it's Dimple that is to be his bride. So yeah, they are basically trying to work out the differences and learn and grow from each other. So sorry if that I can explain it well. Again, I'm not good at explaining stuff. So sorry guys, if I'm moving, I have to move my legs. My legs are starting to fall asleep here. Sorry for the bad lighting. This is the only good spot where you can somewhat see me, if you can. So yeah. Next book is Teardrop by Lauren Cage. This book I read over a few years ago, but it's the first book in the Teardrop series by Lauren Cage. Lauren Cage also wrote the Fallen series as well. I did the first two books on my channel before for their book reviews, so check that out in the playlist. So for you guys who don't know, Teardrop is about this girl named, I don't know her name, Eureka, whose mother died in a storm years ago, and she ends up living with her dad and her stepmom and her two younger siblings, and she has never cried since because the mom drilled into her head that she can never cry or something. Something bad will happen that Yuka is never really told about at all. And she ends up meeting this boy. Hang on, guys, I vaguely remember everything. And she ends up meeting Annister, who basically has the answers to why she can't cry and, well, you know, and basically Yurika's kind of, you know, not wanting to live, and because she's still mourning the death of her mom, because her and her mom were really close to each other and all that. And so Lannister ends up harboring like all these different like secrets about himself, and she ends up discovering that she has basically Rika discovers that she has the ability to basically bring back the lost city of Atlantis, and that disaster will strike if Atlas, I believe it's Atlas, will rise again. And so her best friend Brooke basically gets involved, and from there it kind of disaster strikes. So sorry, that's a terrible description of it, and I know it's confusing, but that's the best way I can describe it without going into too much. But yeah, I would definitely recommend it. Next book is Avengers? Not what I meant. I meant to say Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mike Train, and yes, I know there is tape there because there was a tear and I wanted to fix it, so I put tape. This one is kind of the story of Huckleberry Finn, who is friends with Tom Sawyer, as you may know, which is another book by Mark Twain, for those who don't know. And it just follows his adventures, and it just felt like this would be a good summer read. Yeah, a lot of these are somewhat summer reads, and others are just not so much. But yeah, Help for the Haunted, by John Searles, I think is how I pronounce it, is the next book I'm gonna talk about. So basically it's about this girl named Sylvie, whose parents end up dying after being lured to a church one night, and Sylvie, basically hears gunshots from the old church that her parents are basically lured out to. After they get a telephone call to help haunted souls find peace, and so she basically tries to discover what happened to him, and so it kind of flashes between the past and the present a bit, so be warned of that. But it's overall a good book, and I just felt like it gave that some vibe to it, and she kind of has to figure out who killed her parents and what secrets her parents were hiding, so that kind of gives that vibe. The next book is The Cellar by Natasha Princeton. This one is about a girl named Summer who ends up getting kidnapped along with these other 3 girls, and she ends up being put in the cellar with them, and they all, for whatever reason, are renamed by this guy, different flowers. Like, one girl is named Rose, another girl is named Poppy, and another girl is named Violet, and he ends up naming Summer Lily, or renaming her, as it were, Lily, hence the lily at the step here. And so she and these girls try to break out, escape, the captor, and basically for months they are trapped within this cellar and just have to find a way out, and escape from this crazy man. So, who apparently likes reading them flowers. I don't know why, but have to read it though. The next book is Before Tomorrowland by Jeff Jansen and Company, if you can see that. It's really golden, but I will try my best. If I can, yeah. I don't know if you saw that, but anyway, yeah. This is from the world of Tomorrowland, so it's kind of like before, Tomorrowland, I guess, and stuff, and all that, and, I don't know, just basically, I don't know if it takes place before Tomorrowland, like, I'm guessing, because this is before Tomorrowland, but yeah. Interesting. So to pick up. The next one is Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants by Anne Brashaz. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. This one is a total summer read. And it's about these four girls who end up buying a pair of pants, and each one of them takes turns wearing the pants over the course of the summer. And yeah, and they end up mailing each other along the way. And there's like these rules for them as well that make up the use of this one pair of pants. And yeah, it's like really weird. Like, what? Okay, the first rule of this is really stupid and disgusting, and it says you must never wash the pants, which to me sounds gross because, like, you would think after a while you would have to wash them, I would imagine, which seems like gross, but I don't know, maybe I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Next one is What to Say Next by Julie Bruxham, and she is the author of Tell Me Three Things. I've read Tell Me Three Things, and I have a copy of it on my bookshelf. And I love Tell Me Three Things. When I saw this, I had to pick it up and potentially read it. So yeah. The second to last book in this pile is Eleanor and Pike by Rainbow Owl. I read this, I think, last year, I believe. Yeah, I believe it was last year. In the summertime, and I just enjoyed it so much. Took me a bit to finish it, but I did a book review of this, I think last year. And so if you want to hear my in-depth thoughts, you can. Just, again, feel free to check out the book review playlist. So, yeah, I would highly recommend this one for a summer read. So, yeah, the final book is, oh, no, pile fell over my foot. I will get that off my foot after the video. The last book I would highly recommend to you guys for the course of the summertime is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. So yeah, this one I would definitely recommend just because of the comedy and the adventures and the shenanigans and all that. So yeah. I know it's summertime already, and I know a lot of you guys are out for summer and stuff, but I would highly recommend these books to anyone who wants to read these books for the summertime. And yeah, that's basically all I gotta say about this in this video, because I know this is a long enough video. Feel free to subscribe, share my video with a friend, and click that like button if you enjoyed it. So, yeah, I guess that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one, probably in my June wrap-up at the end of the month, just because, if you haven't seen my June TBR, I would highly recommend books. We'll watch that video, see what books I'm reading. So yeah, I'll probably see you guys in the June wrap-up video at the end of the month. So, I guess that's it. Bye, guys.